Hello, this is Cecil Zeringue with Empower Yoga. Welcome. And we will start a restorative yoga practice. And the props we'll need today are 3 blankets into a standard fold, a couple blocks, really probably just 1 block. And the first pose, since we don't have a bolster, we're going to make our bolster out of 2 blankets. So with 2 standard fold blankets, we're going to take the ends and roll them up tightly into a big, so you have a double blanket roll. This is going to create a bolster. Nice and tight here. Okay. Take a block and bring it over the side of the rolled bolster. And then unfold the 3rd blanket 1 time, and we're going to tri-fold it the long way. So we're going to make it 1/3, and then the other side's going to come over to the 2nd third. Okay? Now we're going to lay this long folded blanket, tri-fold, over the bolster. And we want the short side here. We might want to tuck it under, because we're going to sit, kind of under roll it here. Our seat's going to go in front of the roll blanket here. And then trying to position this part of the blanket for your head. So there's adjustment and trying to make it feel good. So a nice little curled section here for your lower back. It's really nice. The arms can come over the bolster. And then adjust the block to support your head. Might want to scoop down a little bit. Good. And then it's nice to kind of take the hands underneath this bolster, under this folded blanket, and kind of create a little fold under the neck. If you really want to get fancy, you take and pinch the fingers onto the sheaths of the blanket and kind of fan it out wide. So it really holds the neck. Good. Arms are going to go out wide. I like to bring them to the edge of the blanket roll. And let's start by bringing the feet in, the soles of the feet together, and the knees out wide into Supta Baddha Konasana. Good. If you want to bring supports underneath the thighs, it's really nice. It's not necessary. And start to land into your body. Inhaling into the navel center. Letting the belly release with any grip. Pause and then exhale. Inhale through the nose, directing the breath into the navel center. And exhale gently and completely. And pause. Inhale. And then exhale completely. And then pause. And then naturally allow the breath to come in at the right timing. Exhale. And pause. Inhale. And exhale. discover yourself in that stillness of the pause. After the complete exhale, and let the breath naturally begin to flow back in. And exhale. And pause. Inhale. And exhale. Just let every drop of resistance pause. And inhale. Be washed away with your deep breath. Exhale. And pause. Now you'll know when the right timing is to breathe. Inhale. Just allow the breath to flow organically in perfect timing. It's being perfectly poised and in tune with the natural breathing at the body. Stills. You would feel the fingers in the hands. Feel the pulse. And you feel the pulse in the fingertips. Not imagining the pulse, actually feel the sensations of the hands. As if it's radiant and flowing. Now feel the pulse and the awareness in the feet into the toes. Maybe you can feel the heartbeat into the arches of the feet, to the inner ankles. Bring awareness now into the knees. Can you feel the pulse being alive? To the backs of the knees, the sides. Feel the awareness into the inner thighs, to the leg creases. Notice if you feel the pulse there. Maybe it's a little more apparent in certain areas in the body. Bring the awareness now into the lower abdomen, the pelvis area, the hips. And you feel the pulse in your belly. How does it correspond in cadence with your breath? Is it random Is there uniformity between the pulsing, the blood flowing, and the movements of the breath? The rippling wind of the air being into your lungs. Bring your awareness now into your solar plexus. Notice if you can feel a pulse there. Is it a dominant sensation? Or just an undertone to all the other different currents and movements in the body? Bring your awareness now into the palms of the hands again. And how do they radiate the pulse? You feel the veins in the wrist flow into the inner elbows. Maybe you can feel the pulse with the contact of the arm with the ground. Is it at the surface? Closer to the bones? Bring awareness now into the inner arms, the upper arms, the underneath arms. Feel the flow and the pulse congregating towards your heart center. Bring your awareness now to the crown of your head. Notice if there's a pulse there. Pulse into the skull, into the temple area, the temples, the back skull. Can you feel the pulse around the forehead and the eye sockets? Is there a visual display of that pulse in the screen of your vision, in the back of your eyelids? Maybe with the pulse there's colors dancing for you. Is it in cadence with your breath? Is it in cadence with your blood pumping? How can you feel the pulse in your nasal cavity? Is there sensitivities to pressure with that pulse? You can feel the pulse and the movement, thumping, feeling into the jaw area. Can you feel the pulse in your tongue? To the back mass of your tongue. If I bring the tip of my tongue to the root of my back teeth or bottom teeth, Do you feel a pulse there? I'll bring the tip of your tongue to the roots of the front teeth. And let the tongue mass drop. Feel the flow of air separate from the pulse within the flesh. I'll bring your awareness to the pulses in your ear. Do they have a sound equating a specific pitch? See if you can distinguish the pulsating pitch and the constant pitch. You may find that beneath the reverberations of the pulse and the sensations is an undertone of sound. So there's this undertone of sound. And the pulsing sensation of sound. Sound within. And the sound of your breathing and breath. Slowly bringing the awareness back into your body. Bring the hands to the outer sides of your thighs and roll the knees together. Bring the knees together and the heels out wide and the toe mounts to touch or towards each other. And slowly roll over onto one side. And then rise back up. I'm going to move on to the next pose. And if you want to take the trifold blanket, and we're going to stack it right on top of the rolled bolster, the makeshift bolster. This block can be here for support of the feet. And then we're going to turn the bolster long ways. Okay, so we have this kind of little flap for the head part here. Okay. We're going to sit right here on the edge of the bolster. The block could be here. And you want the knees to be slightly bent when you start to recline, maybe like 20%. You're going to recline back. And you want this edge as well. So I'm going to have to shift it a little bit. Back. So where I'm sitting here depends on the length of your torso. But I want this part of the edge of the bolster to be right where the shoulder blades begin. Legs are straight. And then we could take the remainder And roll the blanket here for your neck. Good. This is a supported shoulder stand. So we want the tips of the shoulder heads to be on the ground, at least moving towards the ground. It's okay if the soles of your feet aren't exactly on the wall. So go ahead and adjust. Find yourself what is comfortable. Spend the time to set it up correctly. And then slowly dissolve into the pose. Allow the chin to be roughly in the same height as the forehead. So you kind of lengthen the back skull. Let the palms face the sky and the forearms externally rotate. And feel the bridge of the toe mounts equally press into the wall. Softening any grip in your jaw and the face muscles. Allow yourself to move towards stillness. Imagine that you are resting out in the wilderness. Maybe in a hammock or into some soft leaves. Feel the wind caress your skin. And the wind of the universe is breathing you. And that's your feeling is just like the lake. It's a placid lake. Reflection of the scenery can be seen for miles around. Crystal clear. The longer you hear in your breath, all the residue of your body starts to become weighted, sinking towards the back of your body. The enlightenment, purity, the stillness allows your whole feeling to rise. maybe beneath all the pulses in your body, there's this vibration of lightness. Moving from the bottom side to the top part of your body, to where you can almost indistinguish the difference between you and the air that surrounds you. To where the skin and the air above the skin smears. The line blends. As if every pore in your body is breathing. Every cell in your body every cell of your body is intimately related to the air, to the oxygen, to the prana held in the air, in the body, in the cells. Can you feel the undertone beneath the vibration? The ever-constant sound that's within every particle of the universe. And gently begin to step the right heel to the earth, the right sole of the foot, and then the left. Sweep the hands above your head. Grab opposite elbows. And if you want to scoot down a little bit, draw the knees inward, the heels out wide. I'm going to move to a little supported constructive rest pose. So the seams of the inner thighs, not only the knees, but see if the upper thighs can draw together. And maybe you play around with the distance of the heels from the center line and also from the sits bones. Find what is the comfortable position for you. I'll bring the hands up to the sky and crisscross the arms. Hang the arms around the back shoulders. Unravel the arms and then bring them into cactus. Feel the elbows rest. So imagine that the universe is hugging you as your arms are open. So the support of the ground, support of your body is felt. And you can be totally open and safe. I'll tick-tock your feet to neutral. Roll the knees over to the right and off of the bolster. Bring the hands underneath the head. And press the left hand down. I'm going to rise up. Take the bolster and bring it long ways. And you remove the block out the way. So let's reseat it. So if we have to re-roll up the bolster, that's fine. And it depends on, you can try it out. You can take this trifold and put it on top. I'm going to walk the left knee back. And this bolster is going to be positioned underneath the chest. And then bring the right knee back. And then grab the block. And the shins go up the wall. And then bring your forehead onto the block and interlace the hands around the block to hold it. So if this is tight on the lower back, which I actually like this position where it's at, but you can take this trifold and make it as a base for the hip points and the pubic bone. So I'm going to try it like this to see. And then position the bolster. So this might need to be scooted down. And then when you find a sweet spot, go ahead and move into supported sphinx. So I'm going to press the skin of the forehead, just nudge it towards the eyebrows. If this is too difficult, you can change the block And put it on the low level. You can cross your forearms. Bring your awareness now into the breath. And I want you to feel the breath flow into the navel center, which is a couple inches below the physical navel. So you may actually feel the pressure of the breath flowing down into that spot. And imagine or feel that subtle vibration of prana energy pulling into that space. So as you inhale, the breath is flowing in. And on the exhale, the carbon dioxide is being released, but the prana is being held. Inhale into the navel center. And it's like 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches up towards the sacrum area. Towards the spine. And then exhale. And just let the breath be mindful. The center of your body is just harnessing the life force energy. Now, I want you to focus on the breath into the heart space. As the air is moving inward, fill up the upper chest and exhale out. But also feel as you inhale the prana moving upward towards the chest. So maybe this is a little bit of toning of the lower abdomen. Once you start to inhale, the air goes down, and then the toning of the solar plexus and lower abdomen draws up the pool of prana. We're harnessing it and maneuvering it into our heart space. Maybe you can feel the shoulders broadening, the capacity of our love growing. As if you want to encircle the whole of the globe. Give it a loving hug. And caress to heal its pain. Not really trying to fix anything, just being held and holding space for the globe. If we can just hold space for ourselves and allow ourselves to be as silly, as aggravated, whatever emotions come up, just allow it. And not being attached to it. Slowly lift the forehead up. Bring the hands by your sides. And you can kind of take the feet windshield wiper. Maybe that'll feel good. Roll the feet over to the left or to the right. And make your way back up. I'm going to bring the bolster vertical. And if you want to bring the top trifold blanket forward, you can. We're going to turn sideways by bringing the kind of like a little 90-90 here. So the left shin's going to come to the wall. The right foot's going to step right in front of it. And we're going to scoot and walk the hands to straddle the bolster. Really press the shins in. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, lower the torso down. You can bring the right ear to the bolster. Some mermaid twist. I've even heard this called deer pose. But it feels good to have the reference point of the feet and the shin onto the wall. Feel the twist moving deep from the groin. If you want to lift the head up and bring the opposite cheek to the bolster, you can. We'll work on some breathing work. Pranayama, Loma 2. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale halfway, pause. Exhale completely. Suspend your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale fully. Hold. Exhale halfway. Pause. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale fully. Hold. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Exhale completely. Hold. Inhale. And exhale. Resume your normal breathing, your natural breath. And slowly bring your hands alongside the bolster. Gently lift and press yourself back up. Bring the knees together. I want to switch sides. So the right shin comes to the wall. The left foot comes to the wall. Straddle the hands around the bolster. Lengthen, inhale. And then exhale, lower the torso down. Inhale completely. And exhale. Inhale completely. Exhale halfway. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. And suspend your breath. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale halfway, pause, exhale, suspend your breath, inhale, and exhale. Inhale completely, and pause at the top. Exhale, hold, exhale, pause, exhale completely, and then suspend in this space for a moment. Inhale, and exhale. Allow your breath become natural. Release any mindful attachment to the quality of your breath or the cadence. Just observe that you are breathing. As I inhale, I know that I am inhaling. And as I exhale, I am present to exhaling. Slowly walk or glide the hands closer to the lower ribs. Gently press the chin to dangle, rise up. Bring the right knee on top of the left. And in. Let's do a surfboard pose. I'm going to straddle the bolster, maybe bring it a little bit further away from the wall. It's kind of like a frog pose almost, but maybe not as wide with the knee. So if you want to do frog, you can. But stack forehead on the cross of the forearms. The knees are bent wide, the toes are rotated out wide. You want to have the chin, the bottom of the chin right on the edge of the bolster or the block. Just know that the presence is there, elongating the back skull and the neck, letting the shoulder heads rest downward. So the pinnacle of the pose is your center line. And we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. Nadi Sadhana, without our hands. This may be more of a mental exercise. I can inhale through the right nostril. Pause. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both. And pause. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through both. And exhale through both. Inhale and exhale. Press the forearms down. Walk the hands by the side ribs and elongate the left foot and then the right. And press upward. Good. Let's take the bolster on the side. Have the block above you. We're going to do some side lying pose. So again, I guess having bolster is beneficial. You don't have to keep re-rolling the blankets, but again, double roll. This might be plenty of enough. You can have this other trifold here for your head. And then let's do this to where you can elongate the feet on the wall, especially the top one. If you want to bend the bottom one, let's do that. But the top one's on the wall, the right arm threads under, Fold the trifold in half. Fold it in half again. Tuck it under the head. And if you have a block, that's not necessary, bring the left arm above you. So we have this lateral bend from the thoracic point, the mid-spine. And if you want to tuck this right shoulder down and the palm lifting up. I get to feel the breath, directional breathing into the back left ribs. So notice if you can expand and direct your breath into the bottom right ribs. So there's a little nudging of the left bottom ribs. Do Viloma 1 breathing. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, hold and exhale. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, hold, and exhale. Inhale, pause, inhale, hold, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, pause, inhale, hold, inhale completely, pause, and exhale completely. Inhale, and exhale. Slowly bring your left hand to the bolster. Draw the left knee to the right knee. And then gently rise up. Now we're going to switch sides. Bring the left hip down. Extend the right leg onto the wall. Thread the left arm under. Find a pillow of support for your head. And the right arm comes up and over. Now we're going to breathe for Loma 1. Inhale completely. And exhale. Inhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Inhale completely. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. And inhale. Suspend your breath. And exhale completely. Inhale completely. Hold and exhale. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Inhale completely. And exhale. And slowly bring the hands together and the elbows together. Draw the knees, stack the shins. And press the right palm down and then rise back up. Okay. Let's unroll the bolster and bring the blankets near the wall. So we're going to fold them in half long ways. I'm going to stack 2 of them up for my sacrum, and I'm going to bring it a few inches from the wall. And in this trifold blanket, I'm going to use as a little weight for my feet. So I'm going to sit on the edge, the very edge, and then lower down, bring the heels up the wall. And there's a million ways to do any of this, okay? And I'm going to take the trifold and bring it underneath my feet. So you can use a weighted bag, 5-pound bag of rice, some beans, and just get comfortable. Feel the sacrum supported. But having a little reminder on the soles of your feet is just very nice and wonderful. Doesn't have to be heavy, just even if it's just there. Roll the elbows under and the shoulders under, and try to get it really flat onto the ground. Palms facing upward. And if you want to be grounded, you can turn the palms down, but keep the shoulder arms, the upper arm bones externally rotate a little bit. Try to soften the glutes, soften the pelvic floor. Notice if there's a grip in the groin area. Just try to let it relax and soften. Feel like it's sinking down, like there's an actual anchor weighting the tailbone down. Just feel the skin of the face. Imagine that is just slowly rotating downward. It's like gravity becomes your facelift here. Just allowing it to tighten up and clear the wrinkles. Because you can feel the aliveness and the plushness of prana with every breath moving into the skull. The lymphatic is in reverse, going from the feet to the knees to the hips, down to the shoulders, and into the skull, into the face. So can you feel that tone? That constant pitch of prana throughout the whole of your body. You can feel it in the soles of your feet, in the toes, the ankles, in the knees, the thighs. Feel it in the pelvic floor. The attachment of the legs into the pelvis, into the hips. Can you feel it in your sexual organs? In your digestion? Digestive tract elimination. Feel it in the abdomen. the solar plexus, and your rib cage, the whole cave that keeps the organs protected. Can you feel it in the ribs and the intercostal muscles that surround the whole diaphragm? Can you feel it in the hands, the forearms, the wrists, the upper arm bones? Feel it in the shoulders, the whole lungs and heart space, and the neck, the throat, and the head, the whole skull. So this layer of sheath that surrounds this whole thing we call me, the permeation of the energy in the air that transcends this sheath. So the whole embodiment of sound engulfs and consumes the stillness within. Can you hear the bells chime? Street noise surrounds you. Our connection to the world. Slowly move tick-tock the feet a little wide. Let the blanket fold if you have one. Draw the soles of the feet together, knees out wide on the wall. Let's bring the blanket right on top of the lower abdomen as the feet go wide. And then bring the soles of the feet to the wall and the hands to the shins. Press the hips up, remove the blankets out. Lower them down. Remove the blanket on the abdomen and then interlace into a ball. Keeping the knees into the chest. Roll to one side. Lift the right arm above your head. Stack the knees, legs. And gently, you can rise back up. And bring your hands to heart center. I appreciate you joining me for midday restore play here at the studio, and take time to really let everything go. All the mindful stress and the worries that a restore practice can help. The light in me honors the light within you, the divine sound within you, and namaste.